Hi everybody, this is your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And because it's Christmas Eve, I thought I would use this tarot deck, which is the Art of Life Tarot, because it has really kind of beautiful pictures and famous pictures in it, and also quotes from very well-known and respected people. So I thought because it's Christmas Eve, I'd inject a little bit of culture into the daily tarot reading today. So I'm going to choose 3 cards from this deck and see what the cards want you to be aware of for the day and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So first of all, the Queen of Pentacles. Portrait of a Woman in a Golden Dress by Ernst Klimt. I went to Liverpool to the Klimt exhibition, and it was amazing because he uses kind of painting, and then the gold is kind of gold lame, and it really stands out when you see them in person. They're amazing, those pictures. The quote here is, "Riches are not from abundance of worldly goods, but from a contented mind," which is amazing, and that's a quote by Muhammad. So the Queen of Pentacles represents riches of the world. She's the queen. She had, she's dressed in gold. Pentacles is a suit that has to do with money, belongings, physical health, physical circumstances. And because it's a court cards going from the page to the knight to the king and queen, the queen reaches the pinnacle of that suit, and she's really in control. So she's someone who is absolutely prosperous and abundant. But it's interesting that we've got this quote here today, which is saying that, the worldly goods, the money and all of that is really, that's not as important as being content and having spiritual riches and inner riches. And she certainly looks content. It's not that the thing about money can be, if you have a lot of wealth, you can sit around all day worrying that you're going to lose that money. And that certainly isn't contentment. But if you're able to realize that your security comes from your connection with a power that's greater than you, and that your security comes from your contented mind, then you can enjoy the riches and the abundance of the world without feeling controlled by it or feeling like you're going to lose it. So the big gift here today on Christmas Eve is that you are under the kind of influence of the Queen of Pentacles, but today she's very wise. She's much wiser than she usually is, because this deck adds this level of wisdom here, and it's saying that you're really rich today because you feel emotionally at ease, contented within yourself, peaceful, calm, connected to other people, and you can really go into the day and enjoy it and enjoy the good things in your life without any kind of fear of loss. The next card is the Page of Cups, and we've got Cupid and Psyche here. And the quote is, "There's no instinct like that of the heart," and that's by Lord Byron. Okay, so the Page of Cups is the most inexperienced of all the court cards. Like I said, it goes from page to knight to king and queen. And the Page of Cups is learning how to love. He's just learning how to follow his heart, and he's not very wise when it comes to making decisions and protecting his heart. So he is really just on an instinctual level. He loves who he loves, and it doesn't matter if, I often associate the Page of Cups with Romeo, because Romeo loved Juliet, and they had, the different houses, and there was a war going on, and they didn't have a choice. Logic would have said, well, you can't really fall in love with Juliet because your family is at war with them, and it would be much wiser to just pick someone else. But that's not how the heart works, especially in this most inexperienced way. Like a young heart will love who it loves regardless of logic and reason. And I think that's a good thing sometimes, because there's always going to be some sort of a problem, and you can always talk yourself out of caring for someone because, well, you know, they're too much work, or we come from different backgrounds, or this isn't going to last anyway. And if you apply too much logic and reason to matters of the heart, then you'll never end up loving anybody. So the great thing here today is that we've got real peace of mind and kind of no major physical concerns, so that you can enjoy the day as it is. Your heart is going to be active and open and loving, and listening to your heart is going to bring you together with another person. It's going to allow you to reach out to another person, whether that seems logical or right or it doesn't, you know. So if you're going home for Christmas or if you're by yourself, this enables you to really just enjoy the day for what it is, to enjoy real contentment. And this card is, I keep coming back to this because she's really striking me as the kind of superlative force here in this reading so far. And that's, you know, under the cool and contented supervision of the Queen of Pentacles, your heart is active and you're reaching out to people naturally, and you want to help and you want to connect with them. So that really makes you someone who's really good to have around here on Christmas Eve, because your heart is open, you're willing to connect with other people, you're not closed off, you're not resentful, you're not bitter, you're listening to your heart, you're being open and loving and caring, and that's really positive, especially if you're spending the day with people today that, you know, you're not filled with resentment or going back into the past. You're just listening to your heart and your feelings, and you're connecting with that. Finally, we have the Two of Pentacles. We have this beautiful picture here by Degas, the Blue Dancers, and the quote is, "Happiness is not in the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort." And that's by Roosevelt. Okay, so again, we've got another quote that's saying here, money is not the thing that's going to give you contentment or happiness. It's doing something that you care about. You know, the joy of achievement, if you are forced to, if you're a child, let's say you're a 10-year-old child and your parents want you to play the guitar, but you could care less about the guitar, and you succeed and you achieve in the guitar and you become really successful in your school and you get prizes for your guitar playing, you're not going to care about the achievements because it's not something that's a personal pleasure and a joy. So it's about getting in touch with what you really love. The Blue Dancers, blue being the color of emotion and intuition and instinct and feeling. It's about really listening to your true self, getting in touch with your true self, detoxing from the negative beliefs that you may have picked up along the way, really getting honest and open with yourself, which this card does as well. So both of these cards are saying you're getting in touch with your feelings. You're really connected to who you really are. And by getting open and vulnerable and honest with yourself, there's real hope for the future. So there's a sense and a feeling that you're connected with other people. Two of Pentacles, 1 and 2 being a relationship, and these dancers here, we've got 4 of them. That's a relationship in itself. So the message for the day is that presents and Christmas kind of, you know, in the material sense is really irrelevant to you on this day. You're going to have a really positive experience because your head and your heart is in the right place. You really understand that riches are something that you create within in terms of how you think, how you feel, what you have to offer other people in terms of love and emotion. That's the best gift you can give anyone. You know, a hug or an I love you or support. That's so much better than just going to the perfume store and ordering something expensive and handing it over. It's really about a physical connection, not a physical connection, an emotional connection where you give of yourself. And then finally, making yourself happy and giving yourself a present on this day, getting honest with yourself and saying, what is it that I care about? What is it that I want to achieve, and how do I want to get creative, and how can I make that a reality in my life? The Two of Pentacles is usually a juggler with these pentacles, and there's an infinity symbol involved. So it's really about giving yourself something as well, and asking yourself today, you know, I am in a good place. What is it that I want to do in future? What is it that I love? Who is it that I love? And that enables you to be a positive influence on other people you connect with on this day. And you can also give yourself a major present in the sense of, I recognize that this is what I love, and this is what I'm going to look at in the new year. This is what I'm going to focus on, and I'm going to really get a thrill and joy out of that when I achieve it. So there is a sense of looking to the future and being positive about that, and having hope, and really kind of looking ahead with a sense of optimism. But there's also a real sense of just being in the present moment and being content with what is, and being loving and being caring for the people who are in your life on this day. So really, there are no clouds on the horizon here. It can't get much better than that. Number-wise, we've got a court card, which is 1, another 1, which is 2, and then another 2, which is 4. And 4 is about stability and security and structure. So this is going to be quite a solid, stable Christmas Eve. Don't expect major crises or emotional dramas. The energy is kind of sedate. It's kind of calm and contented, very much like the Queen of Pentacles, just coolly gazing out and enjoying the things that are in her life and being contented with what is, instead of kind of wishing for something else or wanting to be elsewhere. But having the ability to go within and saying, you know, this is what I care about, and in future, this is what I'm going to put my energy into, while enjoying the present day and the present moment and this day and this evening. So I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my readings, my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The astrology chart gives me an overview of your soul. It's a blueprint of your soul. It shows me why you've come back into this lifetime, what your soul mission is, what your life purpose is. It also allows me to see what your vocational aptitudes are, so what you're going to be good at in terms of your career and what the ideal career for you would be. We can have a look at what's coming up for you in future, in your love life, in terms of career and money, moving, best time to sell and buy, relationships, love, friendship, spiritual progress, family, health, any question you have at all, compatibility, anything at all. So if you're interested in that, then please get in touch with me for a private reading via the website. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.